Bogert, welcome back to the TED Show. I have two of my very favorite people in the world, my dear sisters, Kat Brower, Eileen Winfrey. They're back. They've done the show several times together. We always have a great time. Last time it was, who knows what we were talking about, but I remember the first time it was trivia. We had a good time with trivia. That's many, many moons ago. But today we're actually here for a purpose. Kat and Eileen are launching a podcast. It's called We Think We're Funny.
Because we are funny.
Again, this should be interesting. And they're going to talk about all sorts of things on that podcast. And I'm really excited that they're here today to kind of share what their vision is. So welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You guys look beautiful. You look beautiful. We are champagne charged. Cheers to being beautiful and
to beautiful friends. Podcast. Being funny.
Always.
Not telling Ted that he looks good in his clothes and shoes. Please stop
like
it, everybody.
I am an Easter bunny today.
He's totally.
This is actually a blue shirt. It is navy blue, but I have cool pink shoes on.
Oh my
but Lord. It's not about me for once. This is about you two. But
I'm glad that's being recorded so we can replay that.
He's going to make it about him.
One time. Well, of course I'm going to make it about me. You just won't know it. I'm going to make everything about me. So people who might not know you, I don't know how they couldn't know you if they're a part of my audience.
They don't know.
You got to give them a little background on each of you.
Okay, go ahead, Kat.
Kat Brower.
Title Queen.
Title Queen.
Title Queen.
You can look that up in Google. You'll find me.
You can.
I'm with Mortgagee Title. Been there probably 26 years. I do title work, and I was worked for a law firm for 15 years before that. So have that background, and then I have the title world background.
I love it.
Mom, grandmom of 4 grandbabies.
Yay!
Proud of that.
Yes.
Yay.
And they're so cute. All of them are beautiful.
Oh, and married 40 years. Ooh.
Wow.
You're a saint.
I am.
Poor Alan. I mean, poor Kat.
She thinks she's funny.
Please. I remind him daily that he's the luckiest man in the world.
He is.
Yeah, I cannot do that to Stacey, but that's a whole nother. All right. Eileen Winfrey.
I'm Eileen Winfrey. I am a broker associate with LBT Realty. I've been doing this now for 28 years. Yes, it's frightening.
It is frightening.
It's frightening. It's been a long time. So I've seen it all in real estate, and I just keep going every day.
Not
you.
I just keep going.
Sometimes I just walk away and go, I am done. And I come back.
What? It's so easy to be in the real estate market.
Yes,
it is.
So easy.
It is. It's not cyclical. You just smooth sailing all the time.
Everyone's treated respectfully.
100%.
Yes.
And we all make equal in each transaction.
Absolutely.
We do.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing.
It really is.
And I met Ted through a very close friend of ours, Michelle Rodriguez, the butterfly.
The
butterfly introduced me to him. And then Ted introduced me to Kat. And
another lucky friend of hers.
Yes. Yes. And then we've all been like brothers and sisters.
Yeah, very close.
Vacations,
long holidays.
Yes.
Yeah. We're like the true best friends.
Yes.
Right.
Oh.
Not everyone's
the
best
ones
friend.
that Ted says that these are
I knew you were going to work that in there. I never said best friends.
You used to, and we corrected you.
He loves all of us friends, but we're the ones that he truly hangs out with afterwards.
Yeah. Well, that's because you think you're funny.
We do think we're funny, and you think we're funny.
I absolutely think you're funny.
Snake Man.
Snake Man. I know. I got that the other day. Just because I wear these beautiful shoes from Stubbs and something.
Horrible snake slippers that he wears in
like
public.
Crimson color, red, and they have snakes on them. And Eileen has been sending me nothing but snake memes.
So if you see me posting snakes under Ted, it's not because he's a slithery snake.
No,
it's purely because he wears
the shoes. And I have a second pair of those in a different color
that we don't want to see.
I know I should have worn them today. Instead, I have pink on. All right, let's talk about the podcast.
Yes.
Very exciting.
So you guys have had this idea running around for quite a while.
Yeah.
Why did it come together now?
Because somebody actually offered to help us figure out how to do it.
Yes. Our wonderful
Our
friend,
wonderful friend,
Ben
Maynard.
Maynard, who's much smarter than us
Yes.
and much younger than us, who actually knows how to do a podcast.
Yes, he does.
So we've been talking about it, saying we really want to do this podcast. And he said, well, why don't you do it? I can help you do it.
Yep.
So we're like, woo! Ben has a new office that he's opening.
Yeah.
I just saw the videos. this
Pixel
morning.
Realty.
Beautiful.
Yes. So he has a beautiful office that he is opening, and he has a podcast room for his realtors, and he has a growing office.
Yes.
And he was kind enough to say, Eileen and Kat, you can come use
Yes.
our office
Yes.
for this. So he's going to help us get started. And we just have a lot to say.
Oh boy, do we.
We
I
have
mean,
a lot to say.
We told
And
you 28 years, 26 years.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to say. And it's not
it's
just
not
about
just real estate. It's
No.
about everything.
life,
It's about life.
families,
Yep.
you know.
Families, friends, just things. You think of things when you wake up in the morning.
Right.
And what do? We text each other memes every
We
day.
do.
That is
Just
correct.
to get through the day.
Just to get through the day.
I was just telling them I read a book called Didn't See That Coming. And that could be my life. That
Yeah.
literally could be my life. Well, my life once my children became adults. Whoa. When you no longer have control of them, oh,
It's mind blowing.
yeah, get ready.
Yeah.
Get
There-
ready.
Sometimes decisions are made, and you're like, huh,
How
okay,
did that happen?
that's interesting.
Yeah, that
How
happened.
did that?
But you guys have a great chemistry, and you are sarcastic AF.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
are.
are.
And I do,
We
even
say
though I
it with
joke,
love.
I
We say it
do,
with
Yeah.
love.
I do think you're funny. You're not as funny as me,
That's not
but I
true at all.
absolutely think you're
There's
funny.
that funny side of him that we don't get.
No.
But I love the title of it because it's
Sarcastic.
sarcastic.
Mhm.
So if you didn't get the joke, think about it. But I know that you're going to talk about stuff that we all talk about all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're always in
Absolutely.
amazement at this is going on in
The
our
world.
lives or our community or the world or
Yes.
because there's every day it's like, what? WTF, I feel
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
say about 500 times a day.
What's happening?
But also, I mean, we're going to tell stories.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to tell a lot
We
of
won't-
stories.
We won't say names.
But they're true stories.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we won't give out names, but if you feel a little uneasy or, you're just like, oh, well, you might want to rethink what you may have done to somebody. It comes out in the wash.
Wait, you're going to be like me when I do those posts and you're like, why did you post that?
Yes.
Who is it about?
Yes,
I'm like,
exactly.
but you're actually going to be talking about somebody.
Yes.
Correct. And
Yeah.
it could be in the real estate world. It could be family.
It could be
members.
anything. It could be anything.
Right.
We just, sometimes people just need to let it out there. Kat and I are not afraid to talk about anything.
We are
That's true.
not. Absolutely not.
Very
We would much rather put it out there. Now, Ted, on the other hand, let's talk about Ted.
Yeah.
I've been
Ted-
waiting for this.
So,
Woo! I love this topic.
Kat and I are people who, no, we don't enjoy confrontation.
No. not at all.
However, we don't back away from confrontation. We just like to say, hey, this is going on. Let's
Mhm.
fix it and let's move on.
Well, we
Now,
are Irish German. Both
So-
of us.
That's true.
Yes.
So you just have, well, we don't know if they know what that means.
Oh, well, we say it like it is.
Yeah.
We're,
Yeah.
we're somewhat bullheaded, but we will hear, we will listen.
Right.
And then we'll tell you what you're
We'll
wrong
tell
about.
you. Right.
Not true.
Like it is. Now, Ted, has anyone seen Ted run?
Oh,
First of all,
Have I run before?
or in his boxers in
Oh,
a hotel
yeah.
room or a
Ted,
house
yeah.
that you rented.
yes.
It's just
So-
boxers.
So Ted likes no confrontation,
None.
even when there needs to be confrontation,
Yeah.
just to correct something mild. Ted would prefer to run,
Away.
which we call prancing.
Prancing. I like that.
Prancing.
I prance.
He
Yes.
prefers to prance the
I
other
prance.
way. So we're the kind of gals that are like, look, lay it on the table. This is what's happening. Let's fix it.
Right.
Right, Ted?
I agree. And I think you guys, like, they won't name names.
No.
But if you hear, Ed Tay, Ogred Bay,
Yes,
Pig
yes,
Latin,
yeah,
you'll be, if you know
Yeah.
the industry or you know what's going on or what's going on in the world, you'll be able to guess. And
absolutely.
if you're feeling personally attacked, good.
Yeah, because we're going to tell it like it is.
Because I think we don't bring it up enough, this stuff. And
Right.
yeah, I'm definitely more reserved
Yes, you
than the
are.
two of you. I've been forced into a corner recently and came out fighting, and if
We're
that
very proud
happens,
of him.
thank you.
Very
It's
proud
a
of
good
him.
thing for you to
Listen,
do
I
that.
can put up with some. I have a very long fuse.
Yes.
You do.
And so once it hits, though, it's like all
boom, explosion.
over.
Not
Yeah.
me.
Totally. Yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
think
you guys
first
do
before it
it,
comes out
and
my
then it's
mouth.
over in a
Yeah,
second.
and it's
Yeah.
done.
I
And
let it
it's
go
done,
on
Yeah.
and on and on,
which
and then
is
I
not
blow,
healthy.
and I've absolutely cut you out of the life, you
Right.
and every generation
Right.
after you.
Yes, that's what you do.
And you're good about, like, it doesn't come across in your facial expressions.
You're
Okay?
correct.
Me, you,
Yeah.
No,
everything.
we know
everything.
everything
Everything.
that
It's there.
you feel.
Yes.
Well, you're lucky you see it and it doesn't come out my mouth.
That's true. But I think your podcast will be a lot of, it's going to be transparent. And
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
vulnerable
absolutely.
and all
That's
the good
what we
things.
want it to be.
Right?
And
Yeah.
it's also going to be, so talk about, because you helped Kat when she entered a contest recently.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Talk about your
talk about-
contest.
Talk
No,
about
you're
that.
making more of it than it was.
It's
No,
a big thing.
It's a big
huge
thing,
deal.
and it was great because, it showcased wonderful women in town
Yeah.
from
I am honored. It was.
Yeah,
It
so
was
tell us a little bit about, because we want to talk about things like that, and we want to honor wonderful women like yourselves.
Yes.
Tell a little bit about the 40 over 40.
so it's a yearly event, and they choose 40 women over 40 for just their contributions to whatever it may be, and just the person that they are and accomplishments that they've had. Now, mind you, 40 over 40, you might want to add like 25 years to that for me.
No,
but I wasn't the oldest one there. But
Yeah, it was 40 to 72.
yes.
Yeah.
So they chose 40 women, and we got to have professional photo shoot, which was amazing because I've never had one done before. And then we had to kind of write a story about ourselves, and I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good about taking any kind of. I'm not good with accepting compliments. It's hard for me to do that. I just don't have that self-confidence like most people think I might, but I don't. So my dear friend Ted, I gave him some bullet points, and he wrote it, and it's actually
Amazing.
perfect.
Oh, it's easy to write.
It was
Because
amazing.
all of it's true.
Yeah, it was
Spot on.
amazing.
All of it's true.
Right.
I just took
It
all the
was
things I've known from our, God, how long have we been friends? 15, 20 years?
Well, 20 at least.
20.
At least.
Yeah, so you get to know somebody, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's easy for me to tell you all the
Yeah,
amazing things
she's
about you.
wonderful.
But these are the things we also want to talk about, the accomplishments or the accolades that people have, and
No one recognizes
No one recognizes,
them.
and they should
Or
be.
you don't like
should
to
be.
tell people about them. because-
especially women.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
we really have to boost women. Like was it yesterday or 2 days ago? It was International Women's Day. How
Yes.
many of you knew? 'Cause
Yes.
most don't.
Yes. On the
It's a
8th.
very important day.
I
Yeah.
think what I loved most about that photo shoot, and I bitch about this all the time on my podcast, it wasn't the same freaking people giving each other the same exact award every
Right.
single year.
Right.
It wasn't the same women getting recognized, like they all recognize each other, which is fine, but it gets old because then it becomes cliquey and exclusionary.
Right.
And every year I see them trading in some of the publications, vote for me. And there's all of this stuff going on. And it's always the same people. And my not favorite thing is when they go, oh my God, thank you again. You trusted me and I'm now number one in whatever field you're in. And I'm like, listen, you begged everybody on social media to vote for you.
Yeah,
Like,
this was not
it's
like that.
back and forth all the
Right.
time. So that's what I loved about this. When I looked at the pictures of the women, I thought amazing.
It
Women
was.
I didn't know,
Mhm.
women I didn't understand their accomplishments. I love the fact that it was actually a real photo shoot of real women
Right.
that I hadn't seen before. Because in our community, women do amazing things.
They do.
And in our local community, most of the time, it's the same people getting recognized all the time over and over again.
Right.
And so
Right.
I give them kudos for that because I
Yeah.
thought that was
It was
beautiful.
great. It was
It
put
was.
on by Tamara Knight Photography.
Yeah.
Right.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. she's
Yeah.
amazing.
Phenomenal.
She's an amazing
Yes.
photographer, and the women that she had there were really from one extreme to another.
Right.
She had folks that were, she had a woman that had been in the Army for 23 years. She had, you know, women that had overcome disabilities. She had just so many different life stories. It was amazing. And we want to recognize women like that and, you know, boost them up. You know, not everyone has the confidence to like come on the TED show and talk about crazy things.
And you know what she told me, which I did not know, that International Women's Day in Russia is a holiday. It's an actual holiday to celebrate women.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, here we have to be told
like men actually, she said, like they travel a lot, like through the metro, and she said you'll go to the metro to like, you know, grab your subway, and men are standing on the tracks and they're giving roses out to all of the women special. And like, you know, you do not cook that day, you do not clean that day. It's like a huge event for women in Russia.
Well, I don't cook anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Gosh, I'm glad I know that now. So next year, babe, you don't have to cook. I will.
And he'll bring you
I'll
roses.
order Uber Eats, and I'll make sure. I don't know how to cook.
None of us do. The three of us.
I am terrible. I don't even know how to grill. I know nothing.
That's okay.
But I love that. I love what you're trying to do. I think we need more shows that are authentic. I know that's a buzzword, but it's true. That are real, like we're having real conversations.
Yeah.
I think there's so much fluff out there and so much overproduced stuff. And I look at it and I think, you know, there's some people in town who have their video casts, and I see all they do is look at their cue cards the whole time. And, it's
we'll have none of that.
I'm like, why do you
talk?
You haven't even heard what your guest said. You're too busy thinking about the next question.
Right.
And so I'm excited for you guys because you are funny. I'll put it on notice here. You make me laugh, but that's what we need more of in the world. We need more laughter and light. We need to be a little more lighter.
We do. We want it to be authentic. We want people to know if they tune in that, you know, like we're not going to be the girls that are going to be talking about politics.
Oh,
you know, that is not going to happen.
Politics or religion.
No, those things are not going to happen on our podcast.
No.
It's going to be light. But if, you know, I mean, I'm going to look at Kat and I'm going to go, so I really looked into my eyes. I've been telling you. I mean, these are things women talk about. You know, my turkey neck is getting a little bad. I went and talked to somebody. You know, it's definitely going to be something that more women are going to watch. But, you know, men might want to watch it too, just because they want to know what the ladies out there are talking about.
And if any of you ladies have suggestions for your knees, because, you know, you can do Botox, you can do fillers, you can do all, you know, cut this off, but your knees, there's nothing.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
You know, you look down,
they get wrinkly.
There's all wrinkling on top of the knees. What do you do?
Really?
Yeah. And, you know, all of those commercials for the crepey skin, we've tried it. They don't work. You know, so, I mean, it's definitely a show for women. It's going to be about, you know, we're still working, you know, we, like we said, we have adult kids. Cats are a little older than mine, and she has beautiful grandchildren. Mine are adults, but on the younger side, so they're going through different issues than hers are. And, you know, we're both married. I'm only married 28 years.
Well, I'm older. So there's that.
Not much, though.
Wait, I'm not better than you?
Oh, God. He's not going to be on the show.
Wait, I'd love to guest spot on that show.
But we'll talk about real estate, of course.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about real estate. That's what we do every day.
But we'll talk about just general stuff and family. And sometimes, I mean, if you're honest, your family's not always great. You can love them forever, right? You do love them. You don't always, from a mom, you don't always have to like what they're doing.
That's correct.
Right? And it's okay to say that. It's okay to feel that. I'm learning that now. Yes. It's okay to say, I'm not going to justify anymore by I love them. I'm just going to say, I don't like what you're doing.
Right.
I don't like it at all.
Right.
Yep.
Be okay with that.
Yep.
Correct.
Absolutely.
These taught me that. These two right here. They really did. They really are helping me through things.
I mean, I'm just getting up there. I don't want to bull crap anybody, bullshit anybody.
No.
I just don't have
Mhm.
time or energy. Eileen and I were talking about this earlier today. Some of the things that we're involved in, and I know Kat's been through it too. And we're like, we just don't have time for the BS.
No,
anymore.
no
No.
more.
I don't want the drama. I don't want
No.
the extra work. I don't want to, we all give back to our community. And
Yeah.
so we want to be involved in organizations that appreciate that and also do
Right.
move forward what the mission is of the different organizations that we're in. So
Absolutely.
I am sure they'll be talking about that too.
We will.
Of course we
Because
will.
there are just some challenges that we all face out
Yeah,
there.
everybody has challenges, and that's what we were saying. We want people to call in, text in, and tell us, hey, this is what I'm going through today.
Right.
What do you think?
Yes.
Those sorts
Just
of
take
things.
it lightheartedly. That's
Yeah,
why we're
exactly.
calling it. We think we're funny.
We think we're funny
So-
because we're going to try to make you laugh about the
Yes,
situation,
we
because
are.
that's how we all try to get through our hard times, whether it's with our family, with work life.
Right.
Is that we try to make each other laugh through it, because
All the
that's how
time.
we get through it. We are not going to take ourselves too seriously.
No,
It's just
no.
not worth it.
And we can almost guarantee that we're not going to attack any person.
No.
Ever.
Anyone.
Never,
No.
never.
Just know if you attack me, that
Oh,
could change.
watch out.
Just recently been there. I get it. All right. So when is this going to debut?
That's a great question.
So we're supposed to meet with Ben later this month.
Good.
We'll
Yeah.
have to update
Good.
you. So
so hopefully
yeah.
in April, early
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
And we'll let everyone know. Ted will let everyone know.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a lot of trial runs right off the bat. But
Good. People
it'll
love
progress. It'll progress. And
Filmed or live?
Filmed.
Film.
yeah, well,
It may be live.
Well, it's like this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Everybody
it's
knows
like
it's filming,
this. Yeah.
but they'll debut it as a live.
Right. Exactly. It'll be
there's
similar
more
to
of
what
a
we do now.
chance that more comes out when you're live.
True.
That's true.
Very true.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Exactly.
Well, I love you both so much. You are family to me. My two sisters, that's who I always refer to. And I'm proud of both of you.
Thank
And I think
you.
it's
We're
We
proud of
love
you.
you.
amazing. Oh, I love you too. Yay. See, we do love each other.
We do.
We
do.
joke a lot. Boy, do we joke.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
But you
Snake
have
man.
to. Snake man.
Yes. Especially in our field,
Older sister.
title, lender, realtor. Oh, we've
Yes.
seen it all.
We
Yeah.
see it all,
So we
all
have
the time.
views from every angle of it.
Absolutely.
But I'm excited for you all. You've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah.
You really have.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited for you to
Yeah, it's
debut.
going to be fun.
We think we're funny. So you guys
We do.
check it out. Follow Kat. I put her website and Eileen's website below, but you can see them on social media. If you have an idea
Yeah.
for an upcoming show for
Yeah,
them,
let us know.
Absolutely.
You want
Let
to
us
talk
know.
about something in the industry that resonates with them or that resonates with you.
Mhm.
I know they're going to want to accept ideas and input and
Always.
questions and share that because that's the type of people they are.
Yes, thank you.
All right, guys, get behind them, support them.
Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody.
Cheers to your success.
Thank
We think
you.
we're funny.
We think we're funny, and
We
you know
do
what?
think we're funny.
I got to move up. This is how funny this is. And the last thing I'll say is, I know I'm